It's the weekend board games in my parents' backyard edition. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tubbs Plays Games. My name is Tubbs. I play games. I like games, and so I talk about games. This is the weekend board games. A weekly recap of all the games I played over the past week. We just talk just a little bit about each one, and that's it. I'm in my parents' backyard because I was working at my parents' house today. And I have a little time to kill before I got to take my son to karate. So let's be productive. If you're watching this on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, please go to the other three, like, subscribe, follow, share, do anything to feed the algorithm. And if you play games on Board Game Arena, I'm JRR Tubbs on there, and I also run the BGA Battle League on Instagram. So if you're an Instagrammer and you would like to get into a monthly challenge where two people face off head-to-head in 10 games that they choose, it's been a lot of fun, and we're not yet ready to match for September, so there is still time to sign up. All right, let's get into the games. Okay, so first up, on Wednesday, I got to play some games with some friends, and we started off with Zhanguo, the First Empire. I may be mispronouncing that, but that is designed by Marco Canetta and Stefania Nicolini, and published by Sorry We Are French. This was a very cool game that I clicked into about halfway through, so I'm hoping to play it again. But the not action selection system, but the way that playing cards, you play cards that have numbers on them, and if you play a card lower than the card before, you can take actions on one side of the board and trigger a bunch of bonuses. Play cards higher, you can do different things, and you kind of chain things together. That was the part I didn't figure out until about halfway through, and it's pretty important. But game was very cool. I really look forward to playing it again. And then we played a game called Mystic Curling Club, which is designed by Chris Cheslick and published by Asmodi Games. This is a dexterity game where you're essentially doing a version of curling using dice. But you have all sorts of magic powers and all kinds of different stuff, and it was just a whole heap of fun. My normal Thursday night game group did not assemble as normal on Thursday, and so I actually went and checked out community game night at Opal Grove Games in downtown Detroit. I've been wanting to do that for a while, and it's on Thursdays, which is normally a night my group meets, so normally I don't. But I did. So first game that we played was Latitude. This is actually a preview copy that I got. Preview video is going to be coming near the end of October, so stay tuned for that. But a very cool game. I don't want to say a whole lot because I don't want to spoil the video, but it is designed by Andrew Jewell and published by Radical 8 Games. And then we played a game of Take the Throne. This is another review copy that I got. That review is going to be coming, I believe, next week or in a few weeks. And actually don't even have the designer name in front of me. Apologize for that, but it is published by Death Trap Games. It's kind of a party game, has a little bit of love letter vibes, and that's all I'll say about that for now because I don't want to spoil the review. And we finished up the night with back-to-back games of Magical Athlete. If you're watching a video about board games, you probably know Magical Athlete by now, but it's designed by Richard Garfield and Takashi Ishida. And it's a roll and move racing game with all kinds of wild and crazy characters, which is published by CMYK Games. Big fun. You've played it. On Saturday, my son and I went to the Active Gaming Con, which was a fundraiser for the Fenton Village Players in Fenton, Michigan. They do a 3-day board game thing where people come and play board games. You pay a couple bucks to get in, and it's a fundraiser for the theater. The first game that we played was Tabletop Inc., and this is a worker placement game about making board games, very meta, designed by Joseph N. Adams and Madeline Adams and published by Cotswold Games. This is a game that I picked up. I was very intrigued by it. I like the wildly deluxe of components. And I think the game is a lot of fun. I've only been able, this second time I've been able to get it to the table, but I rather enjoy it. It's a little long at times, but I rather enjoy it. From there, I played a game of Malem, which is designed by the good Dr. Reiner Knizia and published by Rebel Studios. Malem is a push-your-luck dice rolling game about cats flying through space trying to land on various planets. I've played it a bunch of times. This was the worst play of it that I've ever had. The company was lovely. The game itself was lovely. I just played terribly. After that, we played a game of Sandcastles. Sandcastles is from Pandasaurus Games. It's designed by Alex Cutler, and it is it's a tile laying game. It's a very intro level tile laying game. This was a review copy sent to me by Pandasaurus, so review is coming of that in a couple of weeks. So I'm not going to say too much. Got to get Flamecraft back to the table. Again, if you're watching a video about board games, you probably know Flamecraft. I don't know what you'd call this as far as mechanism. It's got resource management. It's got all kinds of different stuff going on with it. It's designed by Manny Vega and published by Cardboard Alchemy. This was one of the first games that I was introduced to in my most recent foray into the board game hobby. So it has a special place in my heart. After that, we played Flip 7 with a Vengeance, a new version of Flip 7, designed by Eric Olson and Alyssa Swatek, and published by the Op Games. I liked it. You know Flip 7. Everybody in the world knows Flip 7 at this point. It's a push your luck game, kind of like Blackjack. I liked it. It's mean. It's very mean. That can be fun sometimes. And I'm torn. Like, I liked it. It was kind of fun, but I'm also like, it takes away from the core of the game. So who knows? I must have forgotten to take a picture, but we did play a game of Biddles. Biddles is a game I've talked about before. It's a review copy that I received, and that review is coming out that Friday, so we're gonna we'll talk about it Friday. And then we played a game of Doomlings to cap out the night. Doomlings is designed by Justice Meyer and Andrew Meyer and published by Doomlings LLC. You've heard me talk about Doomlings about a million times. It's one of my son's favorite games, so we play it all the time. Just like a set collection game. Good times. Million expansions. Doomlings everywhere. Sunday morning, we kicked into our traditional, I'm going to call it breakfast and board games, because bagels were not the only thing on the menu that day. I got McDonald's. Everybody else got bagels. But we played our third chapter of Mountain Goat's Legacy, which is from All Play and which is designed by Alex Cutler, I want to say, just off the top of my head, and somebody else. I apologize. I'll have to dig that up because my other phone has died on me. You know, I posted about this as my game of the week last week, and I got to say, I was skeptical when I backed it on Kickstarter. I was like, how are you going to turn Mountain Goats, little push your luck's Mountain Goats, into a legacy game? But we are having so much fun with it. It is wonderful. And it was time for our traditional Sunday meetup. And the first game that we played there was Formidable Farms. Formidable Farms I've talked about before. It's kind of a set collection, resource collection, do stuff to get cards out of your hand game, shedding game, which is designed by Friedman Freeze and published by Rio Grande Games. And it's real good. It's got lovely Friedman Freeze weirdness to it. Got to play another game of Railroad Tiles, which is designed by Hjalmar Heck and Lorenza Silva and published by Horrible Guild Games. The luck of the tiles was just not behind us on this one. We just couldn't get what we needed out, and so it was a pretty low scoring game, but still, I like this one a whole lot. I've yet to play it with the objective tiles, and I would like to try. And I played one more game of Latitude to finish up the day. I played it at 2 players, which was an incredibly tight game, but was still a lot of fun. So that's all I'll say about it. Like I said, previews coming soon. I don't want to tip my hat. And that's all the games we played this week. Last thing that we have to do is the Ultimate Game of the Week. Ultimate Game of the Week is a byproduct of Game of the Week, a hashtag I run on Instagram, where people nominate their favorite game they played that week, and then I take all those games, post them to my stories, and let the community vote for their top 3. The winner of this week's Ultimate Game of the Week is Tend. Tend is published by IV Studios and was nominated by Becky.versus.boardgames. So if you'd like to participate in that, hit me up on Instagram and I will get you in the mix. All right, that's going to do it for another week in board games. And until next time, I hope you got to play your favorite game this week. Bye.